When you see a guy, again, on YouTube, and he's got that swagger, he's got that charisma, he can say shit like improv. You can say shit and not care about what people think. You can be ballsy. Why is it that we can't just do that, each of us? You know, like, why can't you just say daring things? Why can't you be cheeky? It's your identity. So everything that you've learned through your childhood, in the past, the accumulation of who you think you are, your identity. Well, I'm Dean, and I'm from a small town, and I'm introverted, and I would never be able to go up to a beautiful woman and just say we're going out tonight. Well, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take your number. We're going to go for cocktails. You know, if you're attached to that past story, you're never going to be able to have access to try something different and do something more courageous. So your identity, if you're not attracting the women that you want, the old you doesn't work. So you have to create a new you. And the guys who are able to do this are either guys that were told their whole fucking life that they were confident, they were great at what they do, women find them attractive. So if you're attached to your identity, oh, I'm a bit more conservative, I can't do this. I'm never going to be the type of guy that can just be ballsy, just be expressive, just go for what I want. I have to let a woman know that I'm intellectual so she sees something else in me. Then you're trapped in your identity and you're restricted and you're not able to express yourself outside of what your ego tells you that you are. So if I was to tell you, go up to a girl now and say, hey, excuse me, I think I just fell in love. Excuse me. I wasn't planning on falling in love today, but I saw you and... Well, some people can do that, some people can't. But what is it that makes that difficult for other people? It's your identity. I'm not that type of guy. I wouldn't be able to do that. I find that if I talk to a girl and have an intellectual conversation, that's how I get girls attracted to me. But that may or may not be true, and you might do well at that. But if you want to be excellent at expressing yourself, you want to be excellent at improv, you want to get consistency at approaching women, you've got to start creating that flexibility where you fucking drop who you think you are and you try something different and you get into a state of adventurousness where, excuse me, you know, literally playing with the world. And if you see something that inspires you, or you see a guy say something that you find funny, you try that yourself. And what you're proving to yourself is you're not trapped in that identity. You can act however you want to act at all points. If you're stuck in that, you're never going to be able to get in that playful state where you can be highly expressive. So what your identity does, what your ego identity does is it goes, this is who you are, you're in a box. You would never be able to go up to a girl and say, hey, you've got a perfect peach. I don't mean to be rude. Hey, I saw you. I think I just fell in love. Hey, excuse me. I think it's true love at first sight. Whatever it is. Excuse me, blonde.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Can I have your number? Can I have your number? It's stopping you from being expressive because it's saying you can't do that. You know, you're not that confident type of guy. You're not the extrovert. You're not outgoing, and you're trapped there. So when you think about doing something like real courageous or exposing yourself in public, your identity and your ego is going to go, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're going to look a fool. And if you believe it and you listen to that voice in your head, you're always going to stay trapped and stuck in your capabilities that are currently preventing you from getting the result that you want.